So it was basically the initial idea was how to use technology to try to get a doctor, to try to get healthcare closer to people. So when we started it, actually there wasn't that many, at least in Guatemala, that many penetration of smartphones wasn't that big. So like the first product we launched was actually through SMS. We were trying to do telemedicine, but more through SMS. So there's a lot of limitations. And we noticed that there was a lot of need from a lot of people that weren't being served because they were far away, they didn't have money. So there was a big need there. Ultimately, we had to change our business model a few times. We didn't end up with SMS because, the market changed so fast and the adoption of smartphone changed. But yeah, that was where we began, basically just an idea on how to use technology to impact and make healthcare more affordable for a lot of people. So that was basically the whole idea. My partner comes from a medical family, and he wanted to do like a product that really had an impact. Like, we're still a business, but we were born out of, how do we impact people? Being born out of a Central America country, the company, has a lot of challenges, right? It's not like in the US where you have a one market, a big market with, everyone has credit cards. There's a lot of people, whereas here there's multiple smaller markets, smaller companies. So there's a lot of challenges in growing, a company like that. So right at the beginning, we tried to kind of make like an Uber of healthcare, but we quickly noticed that was going to take way too much money, which we didn't have, and way too much effort. So we switched it and went full corporate, right? We went after insurance companies. We started working with telecoms, and that was a difficult path, but it gave us a little bit of scale faster without that much money in marketing, right? So we wanted to go, full retail mode on to impact everyone, but also because of the funding part, there's not that many, VCs that fund, nascent projects. So we had to adapt to what we had. And so the path we found was going corporate, right? But that comes with also a lot of challenges because you're trying to sell something that no one has ever sold before, that potentially has a lot of benefits towards, the patients, the insurance companies, all the players. But there's a big question. So the first companies that do jump on kind of take a risk on a company, and they took a risk on us. And so we're very grateful to our first customers. But it's definitely difficult. And then, to scale it up, then you need to hire, doctors in different countries. You need to open companies in different countries. So let's say, in these countries, it's difficult to scale. So it did come with a lot of challenges. And at the beginning, you need to communicate it hardly for people to use it. It's not that easy, just when people say telemedicine, oh yeah, it's, everyone need it, but it's not like a service that you can acquire at any time. It's, when you get sick, you need to remember that you can use a telemedicine service, and it's a big change of behavior. So it definitely comes, with a lot of of difficulties at the beginning, and also, there's the difficulty of the regulatory difficulty, which telemedicine in most Latin American countries, there's no law for it. So you're kind of operating in a gray area. And there's also, at the beginning, we had a lot of pushback from the medical community, which wasn't embracing it and was even, we're totally against it. A lot of this has come to change throughout the years, but there's definitely been a lot of hiccups and difficulties you need to get past to grow. We gave it out for free to anyone in Guatemala. We said, okay, we know you guys are worried. We know you guys don't have that many options. Use this service for once for free. And we totally got, inundated with the medical consultations. We got requests, I think, one day over 1,000 or 2,000 medical consultations in a day. And we just couldn't handle it because this was for free and we were just trying to help out. We just saw there's a huge need out there. When we started out, we had one doctor probably at the beginning. We employ over 25 medical doctors, plus, and that's in Guatemala. Then we have in other countries. So we've grown very aggressively, and COVID, as I said, just came out to accelerate the trend that was already happening. Slowly happening, like in everything, in e-commerce and everything. This just accelerated, they are saying, by 10 years, the adoption of telemedicine. Everyone's talking about telemedicine, but like the reality is the industry is just getting started. Like the penetration is just getting started. So there's still like a lot of room to grow. There's a lot of, different companies doing it. You can do it from the doctor side. You can do it full retail side, right? You can do it with corporate partners. You can do it with the government. So the reality is that the telemedicine industry is still, I don't want to say nascent because it's been around for a few years, but the real growth is just getting started. And what's catalyzing this growth, or what's going to give, fuel, gasoline for it to grow, has been the COVID. The more that people know about it, and the more they try it, it's gonna become the standard. But that's, that takes time. I wish it would be a matter of months, but the reality is that it takes time for these changes, for these behavioral changes to really go mainstream, as in everything, right? The trend just started, but there's still a long way for it to become mainstream.